If you're a $6 million buyer here in Breckenridge, Colorado, here is the smart neighborhood play. Today we're going to talk about land, access to amenities, and resale proof, and all just under 15 minutes. I'm going to deliver as much value as I possibly can for those of you who are looking to buy luxury properties here in Breckenridge and the Colorado mountains. And guys, if you are looking right now, stay tuned as I am building a luxury buyer's insider kit, which is going to offer some awesome tools, including an off-market and pre-market inventory list that is updated monthly, including office exclusive listings that are not available to the market right now. So it's something that you definitely want to get a hold of, as buyers have great leverage in today's market. Anyway, guys, let's get right into the video and see what the smart neighborhood play is here in Breckenridge. Okay, for you high income earners out there, we're going to talk about 3 outcomes that I'm going to deliver today. That is land per dollar, access score in terms of amenities, and we're going to talk a little bit about comps, days on market, and some homes that I think you absolutely must check out in today's market. So first, we're going to start off with the luxury neighborhoods that are available here in Breckenridge. This is just a short list of neighborhoods, but as you can see, we are here in Breckenridge, Colorado, and Denver is located just an hour and a half away. So one of the closest luxury markets that we have here in the Colorado mountains. We will zoom into Breckenridge right here and talk a little bit about it. So right here we have got Main Street. If you're unfamiliar with Main Street, let's drop a guy right here and see what it has to offer. So this is the corner of Main Street, Lincoln Ave, and Ski Hill Road. You can see my office right here on Main Street. And as you can see, it is a couple of things. Historic, there's the Breckenridge Historic District, which preserves the aesthetic of the old Western mining town, so it makes the town extremely charming. And then as you can see, people are buzzing around. There's restaurants, there's shopping, there's all these different things. There's traffic. We've got the beef jerky cart here. So there's great access to amenities depending on which neighborhood you're in. So let's talk about the first neighborhood, which is just up Ski Hill Road. And this is Shock Hill, one of my personal favorite neighborhoods when it comes to amenities and access. So here in Shock Hill, as you can see, we have the gondola whirring right overhead. And what's great about Shock Hill is that you have private gondola access at your own gondola midstation. No other neighborhood has that in Summit County, so it makes it one of the best neighborhoods for access. As we come down here, I'd actually like to show you this home I just sold recently. This is a duplex in Shock Hill Landing. So Shock Hill Landing is comprised of duplexes, same with Shock Hill Overlook. So these are high design, mountain modern duplexes with premium access, garages. There's even an oxygen system in here, smart home automation. I mean, luxury touches that you for sure would expect to see. And so as you can see, we are one of the closest units to the gondola midstation, but all of these homes here have premier access. So if you're looking for a lock and leave style townhome with HOA that takes care of pretty much everything, this is going to be a great option for you. If you are a luxury buyer looking for more privacy and exclusive legacy type of feel, and you want like a single family home, you want to check out Peerless Drive, because just off of Peerless Drive, we have some incredible mountain modern homes, timeless designs, incredible architectural masterpieces ranging from 6,000 square feet all the way up to 12,000 square feet and beyond. These homes are going in the tens of millions of dollars. What I love about this section of Shock Hill is that you have the Nordic track going right here just through the neighborhood, so you have private access to the Nordic track. But guys, Shock Hill, absolutely one of the most luxurious neighborhoods, and that's a brief overview of that one. So let's move a little bit south. Again, we're talking Breckenridge Main Street. Now we're going to come over to the Timber Trail Road, and so Timber Trail along with 4 o'clock are going to be some of your nicer inventory as well. Again, we're talking architectural masterpieces that are ranging from $10 to $20 million and beyond. This specific listing right here is a custom Swiss masterpiece with German hardware, slate roofs, centerpiece fireplaces. Actually, luxury everything in this house. So it is just absolutely incredible. This one was recently listed for $19 million. And what's great about Timber Trail as opposed to Shock Hill is that Timber Trail is true ski in, ski out. So you can ski from the trail, which is just on the other side of the homes here, right into your lot, or walk to the ski trail. It's very close by, and you can take that down to the Snowflake chairlift or take it down even to town. So there's really nothing like it in Breckenridge, and what makes it super unique is the fact that you can get a short-term rental license here in Timber Trail, which means you can start generating revenue right out of the gate. So some great things to offer there in Timber Trail. Now let's zoom back out and let's go a little bit north of town into the Highlands. You can see Highlands Drive right here going along Highway 9. And then we've got some great amenities here, including the Breckenridge Golf Course, which is a Robert Trent Jr.'s designed golf course. Absolutely incredible, definitely a local's favorite out here. And then we've got Gold Run Road, which is one of my favorite roads in the Highlands, mainly because of the homes with their expansive views. So you can see you've got some pretty timeless designed mountain homes here, but they open up right along the fairways. You've got the 10-mile range. You can see the Breckenridge Ski Resort in the background. You can see the golf course there. Walkability is fantastic here because these roads are super quiet and doesn't get a lot of traffic. So you can walk these roads. Every time I'm driving the neighborhood, I'm always seeing neighbors with their dogs or on their bikes, just enjoying the beautiful sunshine that Colorado has to offer. So it's very peaceful, as opposed to Shock Hill. I guess Shock Hill specifically, you are closer to the amenities, but there's a lot more stuff going on. The gondola whirring, there's people walking around. Where here, it just has a little bit more of an exclusive feel. So if you like bigger lots, big views, golf course right down the street, which turns into a Nordic Center in the wintertime, you definitely want to check out Shock Hill. So guys, those are some of our luxury neighborhoods that we have. We have a couple more, but those are our main top dogs here in Breckenridge. Now guys, we're gonna head over to Zillow and my local MLS, and we're gonna do a little bit of a reality check for you guys so you know what to expect when you come out here. I know you hear me talking about all of these amenities and whatever, but what does it actually cost to own something out here? So let's start, for example, back in Shock Hill at this duplex that I recently just sold. And you can see here the Mountain Modern design, 4.15 million at 2,500 square feet, which breaks down to $1,669 a square foot. It sits on 0.09 acres, so not a lot of land in Shock Hill, which is definitely important to know. As you can see from the picture right here, this one is tied to another duplex, but even though you don't get a lot of land, you do have great access, right across the street from the gondola there. And some other great things about Shock Hill is that you have the Cucumber Gulch Preserve. And so again, great amenities there, but cost-wise, it is going to cost you, a pretty penny to own here, which you guys are absolutely expecting when you're looking for a luxury home. But when you're comparing this to places like Vail and Aspen, I think there's so much room for growth here. So price per square foot, $1,669 a square foot. Acreage, just under 0.1 acres. This was built back in 2015. So this is gonna be some of the newest inventory that you're actually gonna see in Breckenridge besides the Independence townhomes that are currently being built. There's really not a lot of new inventory here. And this one was on the market for 473 days, which we'll talk a little bit about later, but there is some great opportunity for leverage as a buyer in today's market. So that's Shock Hill Landing. Those are those duplexes that you can get here in Breckenridge. And so let's talk next, closer to Timber Trail. This one is just outside on Boulder Circle, and so you can't get a short-term rental license on this one, but this gives you an idea of what a single-family homes you can expect that are ski in. And so this one, built in 2021, just over $1,100 a square foot, 6-bed, 8-bath, 5,200 square feet on 0.26 acres. Again, not a lot of land, but the access is unparalleled because you can ski right into the home. You've got the bus stop just outside on Ski Hill Road, so you can take that right into town, or you can ski into town and take the bus back up. But you can see here we've got a beautiful modern design with this home with some mountain touches. You can see the browns and the exposed beams. So there there's quite a variety of different homes that you can get here. But again, not much land. If you really want land, we're gonna zoom back out and we're gonna look over towards the Highlands, because the Highlands definitely has some bigger lots. Let's click on this one right here on Highlands Drive. This one is a 4-bed, 5-bath, 3,300 square feet on just over an acre. This one was built in 2016, just under 1,200 square feet. And as you can see from the photos here, this home, again, mountain modern design, big windows, beautiful steel ballasts on the rails there, updated Trex decking, amazing outdoor space, hot tubs, big views of the 10-mile range and Breckenridge Ski Resort and the golf course as well. So you get a little bit more privacy, you get a little bit more expansive views here in the Highlands. And so that's kind of what you can expect. This home was on the market for 37 days. So you can see that mountain modern homes that have a little bit of land in the Highlands, they are going fast, especially if they're priced right. Just over $1,100 a square foot, I think, is what you're seeing average now for a home of this caliber. And being in the smaller square footage at 3,300 square feet, it seems more people are trying to downsize unless they've got these big extended families. A lot of people are looking for a smaller size legacy home at a good price with great design. This new inventory is selling all day here in Breckenridge. All right, now let's talk about access to amenities here in Breckenridge for all of these luxury neighborhoods. So again, we're gonna start with Shock Hill here, and I'm gonna kind of draw out what your access to your amenities are. Kind of tough to see because you don't have the line here, but Breckenridge Gondola right here, that goes straight up into your private gondola mid-station right there. And then this gondola will take you over the Cucumber Gulch Preserve into Peak 7 and then over to Peak 8. And so this is the base of the ski area here. So when it comes to access, obviously being in Shock Hill, pretty much anywhere you are in Shock Hill, you're gonna have walking ability right to the gondola. Or, you can take a short drive or have a luxury rental car service. Again, some access. Again, if you don't know a luxury agent who knows about these things, you might want to consider reaching out to me, because I've got all of the insider tips for how to get the ultimate convenience here in Breckenridge. And so when it comes to amenity access, Shock Hill, absolutely unparalleled. Now we'll take it a little bit south down to Timber Trail. As you can see here, we have got great ski-in access, and so it's a little hard to tell here, but we'll switch over to a terrain map so you can see what's going on. And so you've got the ski runs right along here, and then as you head down into here, this is kind of your private ski trail into all of the homes along Timber Trail, 4 O'Clock Road, Boulder Circle. So skiing in is incredible because that's something that you cannot do in Shock Hill. And again, obviously these homes along Timber Trail and 4 O'Clock Road, but these homes here that I'm circling, minus Boulder Circle. So let's be very specific about this. These homes here can get a short-term rental license. And we've got some other homes that are going up right around this area here called the Victory Ridge home sites. These are going to be individually sold lots, $5 to $7 million, and they're bringing in some custom home builders, including, I believe it's Camber, if I'm not mistaken. They helped develop the homes in the Yellowstone Lodge community. And so, if I'm saying that right, the homes in Yellowstone, they have a private community there, some of the most amazing mountain homes that you'll ever see. We're bringing those people here to Breckenridge to develop the most desirable ski in, ski out real estate. So if you're looking for top of the line luxury real estate at a steep discount, when you're talking about this compared to something in Aspen or Vail, there's no competition. You buy something like this, you're gonna walk into instant equity because there's literally nothing like it in the entire country right now. So now let's zoom out from there. Let's go back to our regular Google map here. So we're gonna go over to the Highlands now and talk about what the Highlands have. And so as you can see, we've got the golf course right here. This is the start of Highlands Drive right here. Basically encompasses this whole area. I've got a little bit of the Summit Estates in there. This over here is the Highlands Riverfront and then comes back down here. So basically all of this And here is your Highlands homes. And so when we talk about amenities, obviously driving down Highlands Drive will take you straight to the Breckenridge Recreation Center, my personal favorite recreation center. The weight room is incredible there. There's tons of classes offered, big pool, hot tubs, saunas, rock climbing wall, basketball courts, pickleball courts, tennis courts. I mean, all the amenities right down the street from your home. So absolutely unparalleled access to recreation, which is awesome. And then we've got the Breckenridge Golf Course. So generally speaking, you're going to be within a 2 to 5 minute drive to the Breckenridge Golf Course. And that is just off of Tiger Road here. And this is where your clubhouse is. So you have great access there. Again, this turns into a Nordic Center in the wintertime. And speaking of wintertime, let's talk a little bit about some of the quirks for winter access. For the Highlands, all of these roads are maintained by the town, so you will have little to no trouble getting access to your home. And so in even some cases, you'll get your driveway plowed as well. But if your driveway is not plowed for some reason, there are plenty of snowplow services here. Again, if you don't know an agent that can help you with this, I'm going to be able to connect you with the right people to make sure that your home is well maintained and taken care of. We even have specific property management companies for luxury homes just like this to make sure that your home is all prepped and ready to go by the time that you get there. And so connect with me. My phone number is right here on the screen, and you can text me, call me, however you want to do it, and I can walk you through this whole process. So access for the Highlands, pretty much straightforward. I always recommend having four-wheel drive for the winter time, especially when the snow comes down here. We live in the mountains, it's part of it, but the roads are maintained, they're plowed, you'll be able to get to your home. When it comes to Shock Hill and Timber Trail, kind of the same deal. A lot of these homes are, the driveways are plowed, the homes or the roads going to the homes are plowed and all taken care of, which is something you expect at this price point. So in terms of access, it's going to be super easy for you, nothing that you need to worry about. So now let's talk about the carrying costs of owning a home here in Breckenridge. We're going to talk HOA ranges, snow maintenance, insurance at altitude, and some of our STR areas here. And so again, that Timber Trail area that I've noted right here, that's going to be your short-term rental. And so basically Breckenridge's licensing, it's about $756 per bedroom. So it depends on how many bedrooms you have in your house, obviously, but that's what you can expect if you want to get a short-term rental license. Let's talk about the specific one that I sold here in Shock Hill Landing. As you can see, $1,668 a square foot. Average monthly utilities are around $354 a month. And then we've got an HOA that includes common area maintenance, common taxes, structure maintenance, recycling, road maintenance, master insurance, management, snow removal, trash pickup, grounds maintenance, structure maintenance, so many things, right? So a lot of times you're gonna see that's pretty common with an HOA, especially something like Shock Hill Landing where everything is taken care of for you. I know the HOA goes and repaints and restains units every 2 years. They're really good about exterior maintenance, so everything exteriorly on your home is taken care of. That fee is $823 a month, which is actually on the low end for an HOA here in Summit County. But again, that's just going to cover everything for you. Insurance costs, expect them to be anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a year. Again, we are in Colorado. Wildfires are prevalent here, and so it's something that you definitely have to be wary of. And taxes for this specific unit, just over $15,000 a year annually, not monthly. I know those of you in Texas and New York and California, you're like, annually? Yes, annually, $15,000 a year. Another big cost that you need to know of, but it's really only when you buy the property, is your transfer tax that is imposed by the town of Breckenridge. That is a 1% transfer tax. Something that you need to know. It is a one-time payment, not a yearly payment. So when you buy the home, you pay that transfer tax. It is negotiable between buyer and seller. In most cases, buyer will end up paying that. So that kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect in Shock Hill. Let's take it over to the Highlands and see how it differs. So we're going to go to, let's take one of these more expensive homes here. All right, let's go to 219 Glen Eagle Loop. This is a 5-bed, 6-bath, just under 6,000 square feet. Sold price was $763 a square foot at 4.5 million. We've got annual taxes at just under 15,000. HOA here is the Highlands HOA. What's great about that, it's basically just common area maintenance at only $150 a year. Again, the town takes care of all of the roads. Insurance costs, again, expect, $6,000 to $7,000 a year, if not more. But that's kind of like a rough average, and that's for a 0.74 acre lot. And yeah, that's basically what your costs are looking like. Again, another transfer tax of 1%. Most cases for anything in the municipality of Breckenridge is going to be 1%. If you're part of the Breckenridge Mountain Master Association, which includes some luxury condos, you're looking at 2% for that transfer tax. Again, just a one-time fee. So those are some of your carrying costs you can expect for buying a place here in Breck. Now let's talk about some resale drivers here in Breckenridge. I think the things that are going to drive resale the most are, one, going to be either access or views, depending on the neighborhood that you're in. So when you're talking about Shock Hill, obviously access to amenities is number one. So being able to walk to town, walk to the gondola, get to the ski resorts and all of the stuff that Breckenridge has to offer is going to be premier. When it comes to Timber Trail, being able to ski into town or ski to a chairlift is going to be a number one for a lot of people. When it comes to places like the Highlands though, really the views, right? Highlands is a pretty expansive area, and so some of the homes won't have as good a view as other homes. So if you're charging a top price like $5 to $6 million, you really want views to be number one. So if I'm looking for off-market inventory, which again I will update with you guys monthly in my Luxury Buyers Insider Kit, stay tuned for that. You will see that homes that have bigger views, more expansive lots, views of either the golf course or the 10-mile range, and truly unobstructed views are going to be the most sought after. And then overall architectural design, people like big open floor plans, big windows exposing the views, a nice separation of living space from bedrooms. I think that's gonna have a huge impact on your resale value as well. And then newer inventory. Breckenridge is inundated with outdated inventory from the 70s and 80s. So what's great about these neighborhoods like Shock Hill, Highlands, and Timber Trail is that these homes are mostly new inventory, so that's gonna help a lot with your resale value as well. Now, here is exactly what I would tour first if you're looking in that $6 million price range or higher. Let's zoom right into Timber Trail. And I'm gonna annotate here so we can see we've got this home here situated in between the other two that are available for sale. And the reason I like this home is because this one's listed at just under $9 million, where your neighbors are listed at 16.5 and $21 million. So talk about walking into some instant equity. And in today's market, guys, where inventory is the highest it's been since pre-pandemic, now is going to be a fantastic time to start negotiating, especially as I'm filming this video. It is August 21st. And so usually most of our sales happen in September, meaning that homes went under contract in August, and people who pay cash or maybe they got a loan, typical closing is 30 days. So you got to think that these people who are closing in September bought in August. So because September is the highest month and then October kind of drops off, this is going to be a great time to start looking, because these sellers are going to be motivated. Either they're going to pull their home and they're going to just rent it for the ski season or use it for the family, or they're super motivated to get something to happen. So you look at a home like this, it's been on the market for 120 days. And as you can see, it's got quite the beautiful aesthetic with this stone veneer. You've got the standing seam metal roof on some sides. You've got some beautiful shingling. You got incredible windows, incredible lighting, like good views of the Breckenridge Ski Resort. I think if you're looking for something on Timber Trail, $9 million when your neighbors are in the $17 and $20 million range, I think this is a really good value. So that's probably the home that I would be touring first. There's definitely some other things that we can check out, but again, guys, DM me and we can talk more about what that looks like. Guys, again, stay tuned for my Luxury Buyers Insider Kits coming very soon. We are building this out right now, so you guys have an exclusive look of what's available here in Breckenridge, off-market and pre-market, and some of the best homes that I would be touring in today's market. My name is Anthony Soul with Live Sotheby's International Realty. This is what I do for a living. Aside, I put food on the table, guys. This is what I love to do, sell luxury homes to you guys. And so if you guys are ready to make it happen, give me a call, text me, email me. We will set up a time and I can guide you on what it takes to actually buy a home here in Breckenridge, Colorado. Thank you, and I will see you in next week's video.